Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Dose of Awesome. My name is Chef Katrina and I am super excited to be on the Daily Dose of Awesome with you guys today. I almost said Monday Mojo. That is definitely something I'm notorious for. So who am I? I am Chef Katrina. I'm the Director of Client Experience here at Elite Marketing Pro. I'm also a speaker, mentor, and a team building specialist. So I am here sitting in my car today because I have just been building for the No Excuses event. You guys are just wondering what I'm up to. So today we have gotten some of the swag for the event set out. So hi Tracy. So we are literally getting all the final details of No Excuses put together. So that's really exciting. Lanyards, badges, all sorts of crazy stuff for this event. So really cool. So super excited to be on here with you guys. Many of you guys have seen the Elite Marketing Pro mugs that have been circulating through our community. Those were gifted as part of those that took place in our Heifer event last November. So that is really what those mugs went out for those that got that going on. And so I see Lamont's on with us. I see Bev's on with us. I can see Susan's on with us. First timers are on with us. So really what today's call is really about getting started, how to take training and put it into action, and how to turn your failures into your success. So what I hear a lot from you guys in this community, especially as a network marketer, is that we really want to fast track this, right? We really want to get into action as fast as possible. And I see Mike's on here. Lamont is on here. Welcome. You're finally on time for a Daily Dose of Awesome. You guys are just amazing. So really, what does it take to turn training into action? One of my things I love about this community, honestly, is that you guys are all in action. You guys are all doing something. Hey, Irma, how are you? You're building your business, right? You guys, first and foremost, I love you guys because you're building your business. And so I hear a lot of you guys saying, how fast can I go through the training? I need to do this as quickly as possible. I'm on a time frame. I've got to get this done today. How fast can I go through Ignition? How fast can I make money with this? How fast can I start recruiting people into my business? How fast is what I keep hearing from you guys. And I'm curious to ask you a question. How fast did it take you to learn to speak English or your native language? How fast did it take you to learn how to ride a bike? How fast was it for you to learn how to read? How fast was it for you to learn how to, learn your job, right? How fast were you able to, do everything you want in your life? Right? We all look at how fast we can do something, but here's the reality is that fast is relative. Fast is relative to what we're putting into action around what we're doing. So Susan's like, that's good. She's like, how fast did you learn to become a doctor? We all want that success to happen almost instantaneously, but here's the thing that I want to really stress for you guys as a network marketer. When you're learning the world of being a network marketer, when you're learning, how to build your network marketing business, when you're learning how to take this online, right? There is no fast way to do it, because it takes a learning curve. It takes time for you to start implementing what you're learning. You guys are all learning. You're all learning together. And really what I've seen magically happen is those that take the learning and just begin implementing it, right? The simplicity, I say John's always learning. Hey Heather, how are you guys? The simplicity of learning is that you're learning, right? And what I think a lot of us get stuck in, including myself, is I get stuck in the learning phase and I don't take the actions behind it, right? So a simple action is like, if I'm learning how to build a Facebook page, then all I got to start doing is creating the Facebook page, right? If I'm learning how to create posts for Facebook, then ideally I should be posting on Facebook. I should be posting on my page. I should start to be building the engagement over there. And so it's the little actions that we're taking. It's the little things that we're doing as we're being trained, right? And here's my example. I'm a chef, okay? I can I can tell you to read a book all day long on how to make a recipe, but until you actually start creating that recipe, until you actually start putting the knife to the product, until you start putting flame to the pan, there's no way to get you to learn the skill, right? I can't teach you how to make a food dish if you're not willing to get your hands dirty, right? You're going to make mistakes. I'm almost positive you're going to burn something. I'm almost positive you're going to screw up the cut. You're almost going to, do something crazy, right? I have burnt more things in my life in a kitchen than I care to admit. But what's cool about it is because I've burnt dishes, I now know how not to do that, right? And there's a cool thing about learning how not to do something, right? We're so afraid to make those mistakes. We're so afraid to get that no, but really it's that no that builds our story. It's the failures that eventually help us create our success story, right? Because you're not going to meet a person that says, oh yeah, I got into network marketing today, and yesterday, I got into network marketing today, and tomorrow I had 3 people join my company. We were hitting like the $10 million mark in 7 days, because there's just no way. Humans, as we are, a lot of us want to learn more about the product that we're marketing to our friends and family. We want to know about the compensation plan. We want to know about what's a product in there that's like, hey, go for no, right? Because what happens is that you can actually train people by the mistakes that you make. And I think that's the key factor. It's like the more mistakes you make allow you to be resilient to the process of being an entrepreneur. And when you're resilient to the process of being an entrepreneur, you're going to make mistakes, and there's a way around it, right? So like, say your Facebook account gets shut down. Okay, so we make an appeal. I see a lot of you guys have seen it. There's like an appeals that we go through. We've shown you guys multiple ways in which to build out, different ways to build your business. We've given you alternatives on how to build, right? Because what we teach inside of Elite Marketing Pro, what we teach you as a network marketer, is that there's about 1,000 ways to build their business, right? There's 1,000 ways for you to successfully build. There's never a roadblock in your way. There's just the creativity of how to do it another way, right? I've had many of our top leaders have YouTube accounts shut down, Facebook accounts shut down, a lot of different things that happen. And so it's just looking at, okay, what is there? And what else can I do? What's another way that I can build, right? I know Matt Barron was on here just the other day, and he said something like, his Facebook account got shut down 3 years ago, and all of a sudden he gets an email from Facebook saying, hey, we've reactivated your account. So there may be a wait period that we don't know about until our accounts get reopened for us, right? There's all sorts of little actions that we take, and every action we take, the success of it, or even the failure of it, is part of the story and part of the journey that we get to share with our audience, right? Yeah, Irma's like, I'm in Facebook jail. I've been in Facebook jail for commenting too much. I've been in Facebook jail for so many different things, and I don't allow it to stop me. Like, if I still have a fan page where I may not have my ad account, but I can still post, I can still do Facebook Lives, I can still do training. Like, I'm still growing my audience. I can tell them to get on my email list, right? I can recommend that they go and follow me over, on my blog, right? So just because I don't have an ad account on Facebook doesn't mean I can't be still teaching and training. Doesn't mean that you can't still be out there, impacting your audience, saying, hey, this is what happened. I got my account shut down, and I'm still doing Facebook Lives, and I'm still building my list, and I'm still, sharing content and value through my blog. Follow me over there, right? Like, there's just little tweaks that we have to do in our mindset that can totally shift what we do as a network marketer. When we get a no as a network marketer for people joining our business, this too shall pass. It's a no for them now, right? But you don't know what's going to happen 4 years from now. You don't know what's going to happen 12 months from now that could get them to shift to say yes. And the majority of time, the transition of being a network marketer, guys, we're starting to build, really big popularity. Social media has been one of our biggest allies as a network marketer, because people are starting to see that network marketers are having success. They're starting to see that we're building businesses, that we're starting to see that we're helping each other out by being in this network marketing business together, right? That's why it's so critical that you guys continued with your passion of what you're up to in your business and recognize that through attraction marketing formula, through that 10-day boot camp, and then once you go through that 10 days and we talk about how to attract people to your business, that AMF ebook, that attraction marketing formula book, then is the study guide, right? That is the whole process of how do you actually start building your business, right? So step 1 is to get the fan page up and running. Step 2 is start providing that value. And your value comes not from your successes, but from your failures also, right? Because you can tell people what to avoid. You can let people know what they should be doing, right? And that's all part of the process. Like, don't try to always paint just the pretty picture, right? You got to get real with people. And I think that's where we're transitioning to as a network marketer, is the straight talk is real, right? So we can say, yeah, build your team of 3 people and you guys can make 10 grand in 30 days. But you and I both know that is more of a myth than a reality. And what we like to see is the straight talk. It's like, hey, this is going to take a while. You know what? You're going to get a couple of no's before you get the yes. And on average, the no's are going to be way greater than the amount of people that join you in your business, right? And that's totally cool. That's the expectation. That's what we're trying to convey, is the realism behind what we're up to, right? We're not doing this to scam people. We're not doing this to cheat them out of their livelihoods. We're not trying to tell them this isn't possible. But I think if you can be straight with people, when you can say, yeah, you're going to have a possibility of your ads not doing great on Facebook. They're going to have the possibility of somebody that's going to come and, make a negative comment about what you're doing. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that love you too. And when you can look at what you're up to and say, you know what, there's as much good as there is bad, when you're going to say there's training and then there's the implementation, right? So if you're willing to train people, if you're willing to take your training and say, hey, this is what I learned today, right? I learned today how to set up my Facebook page. Here's what I did, right? Today I learned how to have an ad that failed. And this is how you know an ad is not doing really well, right? This is how you know a likes campaign is doing really well. This is how you, and that honest conversation that you can have with people is really what draws people to you. It's the authenticity of what you're doing, right? Oh my gosh, I'm doing a Facebook Live and the dog is barking in the background, or my kid walks up and wants to join me in my video, or, there's a siren that goes by. Like, these are all real life things that happens to us. And if you try to avoid it and you try to be perfect around this, you're not coming across as some like, hey, I'm sitting here in my car, mind the way it's in Florida, it's hot out. I don't have the AC on because I don't want the noise distracting you. But it is what it is, right? We are here and I'm in my car because I just walked out of a meeting. And that doesn't deter from the fact that there's value to be given, right? The idea behind this is that what you're doing is you're taking your real life, and you're saying, this is what it takes inside of my world to create this. And it's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's going to have some ups, and it's going to have some downs. And guess what? We're on this journey together, right? That is what we're doing. I think only person who keeps saying broadcast interruptions with huge displays. So the broadcast gets interrupted. The speed slows down. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that, I'm the person, right? But so you say that all the time, say, this broadcast has been interrupted with huge delays, right? I'm at the airport. I'm, going stuff on. So you guys just realize that your training is real to who you are. Your ability in your successes and in your failures create your success. So be okay with the failure part. Be okay with the stucks. Be okay with telling